So in this video guys, we are going to talk about expenses. Yes, the monthly expenses of my family. What's up you guys, this is Nurse Raymond and welcome back to my channel. I really thought about making this video for a long time now because I wanted to share with you guys what are the things that you need to expect and of course the things that you need to prepare once you work and live here in Ireland. So let's begin with the number one and to be honest the big bulk of your monthly budget, and that is your accommodation. Now this is really something that will make you ask yourself, why did I choose Ireland? Okay, because the big bulk of your monthly salary goes to your rent. Of course, accommodation really depends on several factors. Number one, the place where you work or you live here in Ireland. If you were living in the countryside, definitely the rent there is much cheaper. But if you live in the city, it will be more and more expensive. And of course, number two, the setup. If you were renting an apartment or if you were sharing with somebody else, it will vary, to be honest. So just to give you an idea, my family is renting a one-bedroom apartment here in Dublin and we are paying 1,400 euros per month. Now, if you were coming here to Ireland anytime soon, I would suggest that you check the website daft.ie for you to have an idea how much is the cost of rent in the place where you are going to work or live into. Okay? Number two guys is your food or grocery budget. Now this really depends on you, to be honest. But in my family guys, we are setting the budget around 300 to 400 euros per month. So that's all in guys. So we usually go grocery shopping every 2 weeks. So that's all in different shops, okay? But here in Ireland, there are a lot of budget-friendly grocery stores. So we have Lidl, we have Aldi, and for your other needs, you can go to Deals or to Eurogiant. Let's move on and talk about utility bills. So number one on the list would be your electricity. Now it really depends on your household whether you pay for electricity or gas or both. Most of the households here in Ireland, they have gas heating system or electrical heating system. So it really depends. So in our household here, we are using electrical heating system and all electrical. We are not using gas. So we are paying 150 to 250 euros. This is every 2 months. Okay, so the bill comes every 2 months. Unlike in the Philippines, we only have Meralco, but here there's a lot of providers that you can choose from. So you just need to shop around so you can probably estimate your monthly expense on that. Second would be your internet connection, so your broadband. So here we are paying around 45 euros, and of course there's a lot of internet providers that you can choose from, but what we have is Virgin Media. So internet providers guys, they are offering a lot of things, and most of the time they're offering bundles like mobile broadband plus TV and the like. So you can just shop around, okay? Next would be mobile data. Yes, this is something that I cannot live without. This is something that's very important for all of us in terms of communication and entertainment. Unlike in the Philippines, guys, we have pocket Wi-Fi, but here it's not really a thing. And here, there's a lot of options. You just need to shop around. In my case, guys, I'm paying 10 euros. This is for like 6 months because it's promo, and then it will increase to 25 euros after that. And this is also from Virgin Media. And there are a lot of options that you can choose from, guys, and there's also a number of telecommunication company. And the last 4 utilities would be your subscriptions, your monthly subscriptions. So we have our Netflix, we are paying around 9 euros for that, and the iCloud, we are paying around 10 euros as well. So if you have more subscription, guys, take a note of that because that should be part of your budget as well. Now let's talk about transportation costs. Of course, once you come here in Ireland, it is not right away that you can purchase a car. You can, but of course, as a beginner or as a new person in this country, it's quite expensive, right? Transportation is quite easy here in Ireland because especially here in Dublin, we have what we call the Dublin bus system that usually covers from north to south of Dublin and from west to east of Dublin as well. And of course, we have taxi service here as well, which is of course expensive, more expensive compared to taking the bus. Now, in taking the Dublin bus, we have what we call a leap card. So this is a tap card that you need to have, and you can just reload it every time, and you can check the balance of that leap card using your mobile phone, whether you're using an Android or an iOS. So it's very handy. In my case, even though we have a car already, we are setting the budget around 40 euros because we only have one car. So I need to take the bus sometimes whenever I go to work. So since I've mentioned about the car, I purchased a 2016 Peugeot 208 over a year ago now, and here's the link to that video. And I'm still paying for that, and I'm paying around 298, so let's say 300 euros per month for that. So I'm still paying for that, and I still have another less than 2 years to pay for that. So I had it as a hire purchase, so meaning it is a car loan, and you just need to pay that every month. The monthly payment for that really depends on your choice of car. Okay, and of course, a car here cannot be driven here in Ireland without a car insurance. It is very important and also very expensive.
Oh my!
Now, it really depends on the car insurance company that you choose from. There's a lot of car company or car insurance company here in Ireland, so you just need to shop around, guys. So lucky me, because I already passed the 1 year of my first insurance, and we have what we call a no claims bonus. So if you don't have any penalties or claims to that insurance company, you will be given a no claims discount that you can use to have a discount to your next insurance. So that's what I did, and of course I added my wife, who recently passed her driving test. Yay! So both of us are licensed drivers here in Ireland already, so that's great.
What?
In a car insurance, guys, you can pay this every month or on a yearly basis. So in our case, guys, we always pay the car insurance in a yearly basis, so we don't need to think about the monthly payment for this. So just to give you an idea, guys, the car insurance that we got costs around 1,200 euros, and we pay that in full amount. So if you will be paying that in a monthly basis, it will be like 100 euros to 150 euros per month, of course with interest. So let's move on. Here in Ireland, guys, health insurance is very important, especially for your dependents. In my case, my wife is my dependent, and she needs to have a health insurance so that the visa that will be granted to her would be a stamp 1G. So it means that she can work without working permit. So I will say it again, guys, there's a lot of health insurance that you can choose from here in Ireland, so you just need to shop around. So what I got for my wife is VHI health insurance, and we are paying 45 euros per month. Next would be life insurance. So this is something that's very important to my family. So back in the Philippines, we have life insurance for me, for my wife, and for my son. Okay, so we are paying that as well on top of our expenses monthly here in Ireland. But I will discuss that later in this video. So life insurance here in Ireland, guys, well, it is not really mandatory, but I think it is very important for you to protect your family as well, just in case that you will be gone. Also, there's a lot of companies that can provide you life insurance. You just need to shop around and also discuss what are the coverage of that life insurance. So in our case, we are paying 53 euros per month. And of course, for every Filipino workers, the main reason why we work abroad is to provide for our family. I have my own family already. I still send money to my parents, okay? So that's part of my pledge of love to them. So we are sending remittance to my parents, and of course my wife is also sending for her mother. Total budget for that is around 400 euros per month, and it varies sometimes depending on our budget. So the figures that I've mentioned so far, guys, are the monthly expenses that we pay. And now let me just share with you guys the things that you need to prepare and to pay on a yearly basis. Here in Ireland, guys, having a car is quite expensive. Aside from the maintenance service, you need to pay for the car loan, car insurance, motor tax. So motor tax, guys, really depends on the model of your car, the CO2 emissions of your car. But don't you worry about those technicalities, because once you put the registration number there, it will show you how much is the motor tax, because usually that's being determined already by the government depending on the model and the make of your car. If you are buying a car here, consider that the older the car is, the higher the motor tax will be. Next, guys, is the TV license. What? I know guys, this sounds weird, but if you have a TV set or any television equipment that can receive a reception, you have to pay for a TV license, and that has to be paid yearly for 160 euros. It is mandated and it will be checked by the government. Someone will just knock on your door if you will not pay for this. So better pay it, okay? And of course, since we are immigrants here in Ireland, so we need to pay for the renewal of the GNIB or the IRP, the Irish Residence Permit. And that's on a yearly basis for stamp 1G or stamp 1, and that amounts to 300 euros, okay? But for stamp 4 holders, it will be renewed every 2 years, and that's for the same amount. And of course, we are still linked to our home country, and we have some properties and life insurance that we are paying on a yearly basis, and we are setting the budget for around 1600 euros per year. So guys, those are the monthly expenses and the yearly expenses. And of course, you will ask me, Nurse Raymond, with all these expenses, yearly and monthly, do you even have the savings? What? And the answer is, of course. We make it a point, especially my wife, okay? She makes a point that we need to save money every month. So how do we do that here? Number one, guys, your best option would be credit union. So there's a lot of credit union companies here, guys. So what happened is you will open an account with them and you will set how much you want to save, and this will automatically be deducted to your salary. And of course, now we started to save money for the mortgage, so we opened a mortgage saver account in our bank, which is Bank of Ireland. But all banks here, as far as I know, they offer this kind of mortgage saver account. Once you open an account, you will be given your account number, and it will automatically deduct as well monthly. And of course, since it's your money, you can withdraw some money there in case of emergency. But of course, you're trying to save, so you're not going to touch it. On a monthly basis, we are receiving a child benefit payment, and that's 140 euros that goes directly to our account. So the rule here, guys, the more children, the higher the child benefit. So that's about it, guys. I know we've talked about a lot of numbers in this video, and of course I hope that this video does not discourage you in any way, but rather give you an idea and of course set your expectations in a more realistic level. Remember, this is part of life. Whew, adulting is really real. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you like this. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe, like my Facebook page, and I'll see you next time. Bye.